We Said It.
Welcome to another episode of Now We've Said It, y'all. I'm your host, Quisha, and here I am going to be breaking down Season 5, Episode 4 of Potomac. I have a special guest here tonight, so we're switching it up a little bit. This is also on my main channel, but it will also be on my Now We've Said It channel. I gotta tell y'all the drama with that.
Hey, Q. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
All right, so I want to introduce everybody to my guest. This is Stacy. She goes by Rajirasmom here on YouTube, and I'm going to say she's a bit of a Housewives historian. So I have some questions for you before we get started, okay? Some intro questions so we can ease into this.
Okay.
The first question, have you been watching Potomac since the beginning?
Yes.
Also, do you watch any other cities?
Yeah, I watched Atlanta, New Jersey, Beverly Hills, New York, and Orange OC. Okay, I watched a couple of them. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't watch Dallas?
No, I haven't got into it. I think I'm gonna try to watch the first season. I think I watched one episode and I was like, eh.
Yeah, it's okay. I feel like they need to do some recasting in Dallas. It's just not really working for me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's cool or whatever, especially the last season. The one lady got fired for being racist, of course.
Oh.
So, child, if you want to see that drama, then, watch Dallas for a little bit of drama. It's okay. I watch everything, okay. So that is my problem. I watch all the Housewives. I don't care how bad or good they are. I'm watching it, all right? Also, next question. So, who is your favorite housewife overall, any city?
That is so hard. Like, I have a favorite in each season, like each show I watch. So I'll say for Potomac, I like Monique. I like her. I'm sorry, I do like her because she's messy a little bit, but she keep it real too. But I like her for some reason.
I agree. Okay, I would say my favorite housewife now lately over all the cities is Karen. Karen has stolen my heart lately. She's also pretty unproblematic for the most part. Mm-hmm. So that's why I like Karen. Monique, I have my issues with Monique. We'll get into it. We will get into it. Oh, you like Portia Eva? Oh, yes. Portia's my number 2.
Yeah, Portia, she's funny.
She has grown so much, too, as a woman, and she's doing so much work for Black Lives Matter lately. I'm just so proud of Portia.
Portia came a long way since that railroad, okay?
Let's not forget, okay? All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into this recap because I have to edit this later and I don't want to be cutting out too much. So the episode is Season 5, Episode 4, and it is called Celebrations and Strange Expectations. Okay, without giving away too much, how do you feel about the episode overall?
It was pretty good. It started off a little bit slow, but then it built up.
I would say it was a filler episode. I feel like we got little pieces of drama. Like last episode was way better than this one. I feel like.
Yeah, it was more packed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one was kind of like, it was sprinkled. Like you said, it didn't really get popping till like the second half of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So we open up we have Giselle and her daughter Grace. They're taking a dance class. Y'all know Giselle cannot dance, but he said no. I do applaud her for trying, though. It looks like she was just trying to spend some time with her daughter. So I think it was nice. I don't think that Grace is comfortable on camera. I think that's what we're seeing over these episodes, because at first I was like, oh, maybe it's just her dad. But now I'm like, maybe she's just uncomfortable being on camera, period. What do you think?
I think so, too, because she's at that age, she's a teenager. So she's at that age, like, she's not really like camera. She's not really ready for that camera. And then she also don't want to be like, she seems like she's more to herself. Like she doesn't want to be like her emotions on the TV. You know what I mean? She was like, let me just keep whatever I am feeling to myself.
I agree. So they're basically, they're taking the dance class and Giselle is sitting down with her and she asks Grace, pretty much just trying to get to the bottom of what's really going on with Grace. She was like, she was like, do you like me? And Grace was like, yeah. She was like, do you like your dad? She was like, yeah. She was like, do you like me and your dad? And then she was silent. So, but we already knew that was the issue. I just think Giselle is having a hard time accepting the fact that her kids don't like them together.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, if your kids constantly hear you talk trash about your dad, about the dad, and they know how he treated you in the past, why would they be okay with them being together?
Yeah, and I think that's what she got to think about, because like they heard for so long about what their dad did to their mom, so they're being overprotective, of their mom feelings, and they don't want her to go through it the second time. So they older now, and they know, like, they haven't seen their parents together in so long, and then all of a sudden now, yeah, back and popping. So it's like you got to give them time.
Yeah. It's like a shock. They have to, like you said, they got to kind
Mm-hmm.
of get used to it, because it's like, I think me and Deja, hey Deja, I think we talked about this last time in one of my lives, how she said how uncomfortable she would feel like if our mom automatically like got back with their dad or back with my dad. It would just be like,
Mm-hmm.
what is going on? I don't like this. And
Yeah.
it's really hard for the kids. So she can't expect them to be like gung-ho about their dad, because I'm sure, I said this before, I am absolutely sure they have heard so much stuff over the 12 years. Your mom talking trash about the dad in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You just pick stuff up because she's hurt, so she's just saying little slight comments about the dad. I'm sure they've heard plenty of that.
And I don't know why they even cut to that video talking about when the kids were so excited about Sherman. I'm like, okay.
First of all, she didn't even sound that excited, and my best friend. They don't care about Sherman. And right, why did they use Sherman as the example?
Yeah, I was like, goodbye.
Okay. So that was like a cute little scene or whatever. It's just, again, like I felt like that was a filler scene. Then we shoot over to Karen's house, and she is getting ready. She's hanging out with Messy Matt. Y'all know Matt is going to be on the show as much
Matt,
as
every season, he got to do a little promo. He got to just squeeze his little self in there.
What is he good for?
I don't know. He's like the best. He's like Jonathan, Kim's best friend. That
Yes.
just be coming in the cut and getting a little scene here and there.
Exactly. He's in to get his little few 15 seconds of fame or whatever it is. But anyway, they are going over. Karen is organizing like a housewarming party, I guess you could call it, or like some sort of house party to like let everybody welcome her back into Potomac. And Ray is not present for any of it. So how do you feel about Karen and Ray's relationship right now?
I think that we're gonna find out like everything ain't, what it seems. You gotta think about it. They got an age gap too. People don't really think that because they look at Karen like she's an older lady, but they got an age gap. So I'm
It's like
thinking
30
Karen,
years, right?
I think so, but you got to think about it. He's up there. She's like in her second life. Her kids are grown, and she just living her best life now. So she's like, okay, let me live my life, and then I'll get back to you, Ray.
Okay. It seems like Karen is trying to like live it up. She's getting, like you said, her second wind or whatever. She's getting all the attention from the show. She's ready to live it up. Ray is ready to go to sleep in Florida, and Karen is like, no, she's ready to live it up.
Oh my God, that introduction video, the party invite that she did, that video with that whatever fake Prince Charming king from whatever he was from.
He said, we're gonna have a too much moment.
Yes, I was like, I can't.
She has the guy over. She's like setting up the invitation for her party and stuff. And she has a guy come over to do a singing telegraph. The drama, they were having issues. He was bumbling around, fumbling, forgetting everybody's name. He was calling her the Hubers, and they called her the Grand Dam. He was just messing up. She was like, baby, stick to the script.
Yes.
Do you know me? He was like, no. And tell me what I need to say, because he had no clue. So then we go to a scene, y'all. Okay, listen, I don't like Robin, okay? So sometimes when Robin is in the scene, I tend to not pay that much attention, but I paid attention to the scene because Wendy was in it, okay? We cut to a scene with Wendy and her boys. They're meeting up with Robin and her boys. They're like playing football and stuff, little play date or whatever. It's a cute scene. They both have sons named Carter. Robin busts out some purse margaritas, which I am absolutely here for.
Yeah, I was here for that. I was like, ooh.
I saw a meme right before I got on here. Somebody said Wendy seemed excited about the purse drinks until she saw it was like cheap Jose Cuervo margaritas. She was like, okay, yeah. Yeah.
I did see her do a little like,
Right. Like you couldn't bring some nice wine in your purse or whatever. Listen, Robin, y'all know Robin is always on a budget. Good for her though.
She lucky she didn't bring the box wine.
That's what my mom would have did. So they're drinking, and Wendy says they're basically talking about how they want to get both of their kids like athletic scholarships, which was a cute conversation. Then Wendy says that when her boys get in trouble, they put them in her office because she has 4 degrees. They put her boys in her office so they can look at the degrees on the walls as like punishment. I was like, okay, I'm not quite sure what that accomplishes, but who knows? I'm pretty sure Wendy is probably going to be very strict on her boys as far as like schooling and education goes. Robin starts to spill the tea. They start talking about the sip and see, and then Robin is telling, she was explaining to Wendy how Candace in the past, how poorly she treated Ashley and stuff like that. Okay, so how do you feel about the Candace and Ashley drama, especially going back last season? Who do you feel is more in the wrong? Because I feel like they're both in the wrong.
No, I feel though too. They both were they were messy last season. They both was going at each other's throat. But I just felt Candace. I don't know if she's gonna clean up this season, but Candace is being messy, messy, messy. You know, and Ashley, you know her tongue. She can when she gets started, her tongue can just keep going and going. And so is Candace too. But yeah, I'm not gonna pick a side. I definitely both of them was spitting fire. They both was nasty.
That's the thing. Ashley and Candace are both so cutthroat, especially when they start throwing out insults at each other. Candace goes for the jugular. Ashley does too. So, but I do also feel like Candace was way more harsh. She was harsher to Ashley last season, especially with Ashley being pregnant and being in labor, all that kind of stuff. I do feel like Candace was a little bit more in the wrong, but they were both in the wrong. I mean, they both said such mean things to each other. And that's so funny because they were introduced to us as friends, kind of.
Yeah.
Pageant associates or whatever. So it's kind of sad to see them behave like this, but they were being shady to each other when Candace first came on. But I was like, I thought y'all kind of like had some sort of...
They would talk about each other, singing voice and everything, child.
Yeah. And then, so Wendy says that she understands how Candace can feel attacked, and I do too, because Candace was just sitting at that table and all of them were going at her. Everybody was coming at her with stuff, and it's like, okay, I thought we were here to celebrate Ashley. Why is everybody like ganging up on me and trying to make me apologize? Which I agree with. It's like, if you want a genuine apology out of Candace, you're gonna have to get her one-on-one. She is not about to apologize in front of everybody.
And it's a place and time for everything too. They could address that at a later date. But don't you know, it's every time they're gonna gang up on somebody, Giselle's always stirring up that tea. Oh, everybody, you know, let's just squash it. And I'm like, come on, Giselle. And then you just sitting back with the smirk on your face, like, ooh, what happened?
Exactly. She act like she'll stir the pot and then walk away and be like, well, who stirred the pot? Girl, it was you. You and Robin, honestly. They get together and they just like to attack people. And that's the thing. With the two of them together, it's really hard to get anything accomplished because when they are together, it's a mess.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Can we talk about Giselle when she was in that room with the hairstylist that that dead wig?
I have that in my notes. We are coming up on it. Do not worry. I have the note. Giselle had a few bad wig moments in this episode. Okay, hold on. All right, because I can't. The wigs. Wendy is like, so you can't even understand how she's like, how she feels attached. She's like, come on, Robin. And Robin couldn't even, or maybe they didn't show her, but Robin couldn't even like understand Wendy's point. But I feel like deep down, she knows that they were being wrong.
Yeah, she knows. Robin's messy too.
So messy. And I feel like the reason that Robin is so messy is because she doesn't have any real drama going on in her life. So she has to like keep it going, which is the same. I could say the same about Giselle also.
Yeah,
they don't have any real storylines.
Yeah, Robin's just, I don't know, she's boring.
She needs to be a friend of.
Yes.
I agree.
No, she needs to have a Matt moment, not even a friend. She just needs to have a Matt moment. Just come 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there.
Switch her and Matt. I'd rather see Matt than Robin, to be honest. Okay. Yes. Matt seems like he could bring more tea and interesting stuff to the table. Exactly, Coco. Ugh, Robin. That's how I feel every time I see her face. She is so boring to me. She is so boring. She is not like giving it. So then Robin spills the tea, of course. She tells Wendy that Candace called Giselle a monster. She called her the Giselle monster, which she is. She does act like a monster sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy says that then they kind of talk about Karen, and then Wendy says that she's surprised that Karen still has sex. She said there's no way Karen is still pussy popping on a handstand.
Oh yes, when she brought that up, I was like, "Oh, Wendy, no, you didn't."
She said there was no way she is out here pussy popping on a handstand. I know she cannot do that. I said, look at Wendy. She is so ready to be shady to Karen just because of their weird relationship.
She said, not even a headstand. I said,
She said,
what are you doing?
Coco, I absolutely agree. I would take Charisse over Robin any day. Any day.
Yes.
I would rather see Charisse. And I really didn't like Charisse, but I will take Charisse over Robin. Candace and Ashley meet up. This scene, I'm actually glad they got to meet up separately. I'm glad they actually got to do that. They meet up. Ashley's running a little late. The baby's giving her drama. She is pardon me, trying to make her way through the restaurant with baby Dean.
I was like, really?
Bumping every table.
Yeah, it was really hard to get squeezed by. I was like, they really did that. That was too much.
I was like, really? It almost
was even big. I was like, goodbye.
Okay, I feel like they went and pushed them closer so that could be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Candace admits that. Here's Candace. It's so hard for Candace to actually like genuinely apologize. Candace said, she said, I do agree that some of the things I said about Ashley were mean and hurtful. I probably shouldn't have said all of those things. It's like, okay, so you don't even feel bad about some of the stuff you said, because she was like, I probably shouldn't have said all of those things. It's like, okay, so you okay with some of them?
Exactly.
Candace is so petty. She is so petty.
And you can see it in her face. She can't hide it. So even when she's doing the apology in her head, you can see in her face, like, yeah, I really don't want to apologize for everything, but I'm going to be nice.
Right. She always says, if you felt that way, I'm sorry. That's not how you apologize to somebody.
That's not really an apology.
She said that twice in this episode. She said it to Ashley, and then she said it again later on to Giselle. She's like, if you felt that way, I apologize. It's like, no, that's not. That's making an exception. Just say straight up, I am sorry for saying this. I am sorry for doing this. I know I hurt you and I am sorry. Don't say if you feel like that. No, you know they feel like that. That's why they're talking to you about it.
Exactly.
I would say she should be better. I would say she should be better at this kind of stuff. But then I'm like, because her mom's a therapist. But look at the kind of therapist Dorothy is.
Oh, her mother's a mess, child. That time when he was in that session, she was like, no, no.
How are you a therapist and you talk like that?
And she was talking back to the therapist. I was like, ooh.
Okay.
But she called herself bougie, classy. She was really cutting up.
She wouldn't take any accountability. Sounds a lot like Candace. That's all I'm saying.
She was like, I didn't hit you with the purse. I just went this way. I'm like, you hit her with that purse, child. You tore her head up. Stop it.
I wish. Did they have footage of that, or we never saw that, right? We never got to see that.
No, we didn't never see it, but she tried to, on the reunion, she tried to show Andy. Andy was looking like, goodbye. Bye, mommy. No.
You hit her. Candace says that baby Dean is cute. She says he still looks a lot like Michael, but she can see a little bit of Ashley peeking through. And then she said, he looks a lot like Michael right now, but eventually he'll be blessed to look like his mother.
Yes, I was like, the shade right there.
Do you think baby Dean is cute?
He's a baby. He's a baby. He's a baby. I don't be mean to the babies.
You ain't right.
When the baby smile, he does remind me of Ashley, but that is pure Michael. Pure Michael.
I will say he's getting a little cute to me. He's starting to look a little cute. Like sometimes
he was at the restaurant.
Yes.
I was like, oh, look at that. I said, that's Ashley right there. So I'm like, okay, he gonna get older. The baby gonna, he gonna turn. He gonna turn.
We're waiting for him to turn. Like in Walking Dead. He needs to turn. He's coming around. Michael got some strong ass genes. Oh my God.
He do.
Ooh. Which is so crazy because Ashley looks exactly like her mom. So you would think that would come through a little bit because her genes are strong too.
Yeah. So that's why I say he gonna turn. He gonna do it.
Okay, we're gonna get off the baby. So then Candace, explains to Ashley she just wanted to have a private conversation because everybody was chiming in. Ashley says, while I can respect that, you didn't give me the same courtesy when you were blasting all my business and talking trash about me like all over Twitter and stuff, which I agree with. She wants to deal with things privately, but it's like, but you weren't worried about privacy when you were talking trash about me all over Twitter. So like, what's tea?
Yeah, especially when she was a labor, she called her a roach.
Yeah, like she's having a baby. Why are you calling her a roach? Ashley said, she stopped engaging with Candace once she was actually in labor. And Candace was like, well, if I would have known you were in labor, I probably wouldn't have said all those things. It's like, come on. She's like, I don't have you on social media, so I didn't know you were actually in labor. I'm sure some people reached out to her on Twitter and was like, hey, she's in labor. Maybe you should stop calling her a roach.
Yeah, she was just trying to save face.
Candace apologizes to Ashley, and Ashley accepts the apology. Now, let's see how long this sticks.
About
how
5
they
minutes.
are on this show. They seem to have come to some sort of resolve a little bit, but I feel like it's not going to stick for much longer.
Yeah, because you see what's happening next episode, so I already know where it's going, child.
Here's my thing, though. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit because, like you said about the preview, I feel like they might be okay because it looks like Ashley turns the drama to Wendy. So it looks like maybe Candace might be like out of it. Because it seems like...
I mean, that's just the way they seem like they edited, so we're going to find out.
Right. So that was a cute little scene or whatever. Ashley says that, so then they start talking about like Charisse and all that kind of stuff. And they start talking about the Charisse and Monique drama. So then Candace says, which I think she's lying, but she says if she would have known that Monique and Charisse had so much beef, she wouldn't have invited Charisse. I think that's an absolute lie.
Did you see Ashley's face? Because then Ashley looked at her like, Then she was trying to get her. Candace was trying to get Ashley to say something like, "Oh, well, but what happened?" She did tell me, and she said, "Yeah, she told me. She told you."
Exactly.
But she wanted her to say something. Ashley was looking at her like, "Look, you ain't gonna put me in the middle of this crap. No, you knew daggone well you were being messy."
Okay. Exactly. Ashley says that Monique and Charisse were fine at her baby shower, and then the drama seemed to have went down sometime between June and September, which I believe September was when Candace had her 1-year wedding party. Candace asked Ashley if she knows what happened, and Ashley said, "Well, Monique said she told you." And that's when Ashley was like, "No, she said she told you. Do you know?"
And I believe she did tell. She just wanted to be messy. Messy like that little cash bar party that she had at her thing.
Baby,
Candace is a mess.
The cash bar. So Coco says Ashley wasn't ever considerate of others when they were going through things, but wants Candace to spare her. I agree. Ashley seems to forget all the things she was saying about everybody else in the past seasons.
Oh yeah, Ashley could be cutthroat. She can
remember
be.
When she went off on when she went off on what's the girl name? Katie.
Oh yeah, at the farm last year. Oh, they were a mess last year. Yeah, she was a mess too. They all a mess, child.
It's the thing. It's like they want a certain type of treatment towards them, but they never give that treatment to everybody else.
And I also feel like Ashley was more vulnerable because she was pregnant, so she probably wasn't even thinking about her true, how she really is. But yeah, I understand what Coco's saying about that also.
I agree. Candace claims that she talked to Monique every day up until Ashley's dinner, and Monique never mentioned anything about Charisse. I could see that happening. I could see Monique. Well, also Monique probably didn't want to talk about Charisse because she already assumed that Candace knew. So why would she talk about Charisse if she thinks that we're not cool? Why would I talk about her anymore?
Exactly. Yeah, something's shady about that whole thing. Something's not adding up.
I agree. And then so we know about all the real-time tea. Did you hear about that? How Monique came forward and said that before they even started filming, she had found out that Candace and Giselle were trying to start that rumor about the trainer. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that. And their best friend. Yeah, I heard all about that.
So here's the thing. If Monique knew all that was going on, why would she still go ahead? Well, she said she knew. That makes me think phoniness because she still continued to film with Giselle. knowing Giselle was trying to get this rumor started.
Exactly.
So it's like there's like a lot of phoniness going on, which I really don't like.
She tried to act like, oh, I don't know, but you like the main one.
Exactly.
Sipping on that wine. I can't with her.
Her Camus. Which is upwards of $85 a bottle, by the way, y'all. I looked it up because I was like, I want to taste it, but not for $85. No.
Yes.
I'll wait.
Give me the knockoff, okay?
Okay. Y'all gotta do. You know what they need to do? They should give away free samples of wine like they do at Sephora. Let me get a sample bottle so I can.
Yes. Let me see if this is really worth $85.
Okay. So then they say, so while they're sitting at the lunch, they get Karen's singing Telegraph. Listen, I thought it was cute.
It was, but the what made it funny is like the people watching, especially Giselle and them. And when he started singing at the end with that long note, I was like, I'm done. Listen, and Karen was funny. She was funny.
It was cute. But everybody's asking questions. Why isn't Ray in the video? What's going on? Why isn't Ray?
It's all about Karen. It's all about Karen.
Y'all, Ray is asleep. I'm telling y'all. Every time y'all wondering where Ray is, he is asleep. He is old and tired. Wendy was surprised she was invited, which I'm like, okay. How do you feel about the whole Karen and Wendy thing?
They're a mess, child. I know Wendy, I think she just trying to add the drama because she just started. We both know that y'all know each other, but you know how Karen is. If she don't really know you like that, she ain't feeling you like that. I mean, she was, because I just feel like it's the way they edit the show because she was like entertaining people, but she kept leaving people like, okay, let me go find Ray. Yeah. Let me go find Ray. So I think the Wendy's just trying to make it more than what it is, really.
I agree.
But you could tell there is something with them.
Some sort of tension.
Yeah.
I think maybe Karen might be intimidated by Wendy because she is so well accomplished, well educated. She's a political commentator. I just feel like Karen might feel a little insecure around Wendy.
She don't want nobody coming for her throne. She like, okay.
Wendy's gonna take that LaDame throne. She's the new LaDame. So then we get a scene with Giselle. Giselle immediately calls Robin to gossip about the telegram, that is exactly something me and my friend would do. So I do love Giselle and Robin's friendship. I just don't like them. Okay.
Yeah, they do have a good friendship. Yeah.
It's sweet. And remember they had a little bit of a rockiness in their friendship last season. Well, I actually was proud of Robin for speaking up for herself and standing up to Giselle a little bit last season.
Yeah, she was kind of being a bully.
Calling Giselle out. Giselle is so messy. She is messy.
Very.
Listen, she knows how to keep the tea. She knows how to keep the tea going. She really does. She knows how to keep it hot, which I respect that. So I saw a quote and I posted this on my Now We've Said It Instagram, but it's the way it put it just like this. You can hate a housewife, but you also have to understand their point and their purpose on the show. You don't have to like them, but you do have to understand why they are valuable. But I'm going to say this. Robin is not valuable. Okay. She's not valuable.
Child, please.
Giving us nothing. She's giving me friend of tease, and that's what she needs to be.
She's just like an ad-lib. She's just there.
Yeah, she's just there. Exactly. Robin just there. I don't even know her last name. I was just about to say I don't even know it.
Well, I think it's Dixon.
Yeah, Robin Just there Dixon. That is her name from now on. So then Robin tells Giselle about the monster comment. She was like, Candace told Wendy that you're a monster. And Robin was like, I'm not a monster. I'm a bad bitch. She was like, I can give her a monster if she wanted. Bring it on, because you need to do something. Because I will say she's doing a little bit more now with the Jamal storyline. But
yeah,
I feel like there's going to be a lot of good drama with that situation coming up.
Yeah, I do too.
They're teasing us. Then we get a cute little scene with Chris and oh wait, never mind. This scene ain't cute. This is Monique. I was like, wait. The Monique and Chris scene. Okay.
I could have did without that. I'm tired of them little picnics and the forks and knives and
No. This was Monique and Chris.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a picnic. I was like, this is cute, but I'm like,
I thought you were talking about Candace and her husband.
Chris. Monique and Chris. Whew, okay. Monique is basically talking about how she's overwhelmed with the kids. She has a lot going on. She can barely breathe. One kid wants, a bottle. The other kids are screaming for her attention. Then she also has to take care of Chris. And it's just really hard for her to kind of keep up. She even seemed exhausted in the confessional. She was just trying to breathe, child. I feel bad for her. I do. She basically said she's surrounded by a lot of whining. And she was asking Chris, how was your day? How was your day? He's saying how his day went. Didn't even ask her how her day was. She was like, so you're not going to ask me how my day went? And he was like, I would like to know. I was like, no, the hell you don't.
Yes, he was sitting there sipping on his wine.
So then she's getting the kids ready for bed. He's not helping. I mean, he's holding the baby, but she's, oiling the kids' scalp, throwing them in their little bonnets and do-rags. He's just watching her. They go downstairs and they pour a glass of wine. And this is a conversation that I felt really bad for her. They sit down and she basically says, I really like those wine glasses, by the way. Do you see those wine glasses?
Yeah, they were nice. Yeah.
Those were really nice. So she jokingly, with nervous laughter in her voice, so you're not going to make me a plate? Or where's my plate? You used to make plates for me when I was pregnant. I was like, oh. And then she did that nervous laugh at the end when what she said was true. And then, what she really meant it. And then he was like, you used to make me plates too. What happened in that? And she was like, well, we have 3 kids now. So I had to put something on the back burner. She basically just says to him, when you get ready and go out of town, or when I go out of town, I make sure you have everything you need so you don't even have to lift a finger. And he basically said, well, you can do that too. I pay for everything. Go ahead and set it up. I was like,
I didn't like when he said that. I'm like, okay, and
yeah, she was like, so you just think it's all about money? And he was like, yeah, he's like, I pay for everything. Go ahead and set it up. It's like, that's more work for her. She's asking for you to do something to help her in the relationship.
Yeah.
She's asking for a partner.
She also was like, yeah, you used to always, I want somebody to chase me too, set up a date instead of me having to set up everything. And he just keeps, it's like he's only thinking about himself. Well, I don't get what I want. Okay, if I set that up, yeah, I still want some of my needs ain't getting done. I still want, okay, you still want to go to the bathroom and take care of yourself, okay?
He had the nerve to say.
Yes, I hate when he said that.
He was like, if I plan something, he's like, first of all, if I plan something, I want to hear you complaining about you being tired. And then he said, if I plan something, I expect something else later on. It's like, excuse me?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah, you plan something? Okay, well, I'm going to plan for you to go to that bathroom and handle yourself, okay?
Use your hand. That was so rude. Like,
yes,
y'all can't just have a romantic date without you, like, expecting sex. She has to give you sex if you plan it. That's I didn't like that. That was so good. I was so shocked because I thought I've seen them on live and stuff and they seem so cute, but of course you never know what's really going on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And you can really kind of I can see how he could get angry. He got that booming voice. Just imagine him yelling at you in that loud.
Yeah, that's probably why she had that nervous laugh, like, oh, I don't know which way this gonna go.
Exactly. I think that's why she was laughing like that, because she was trying to like make it like fun, but she really was meaning what she was saying.
Yeah.
It was a hard conversation to watch because she's tired and she just wants some attention. She was like, date me. She's like, I don't want to just be a booty call. Like, I want us to go out on dates and take me to breakfast. Like, any kind of effort. And the way he said, he's like, all right, I'll do that. Are you
so sure? Nonchalant? Yeah. Like, okay.
And almost like aggressive, like passive aggressive. I didn't like that scene. I felt bad about that.
Yeah, I did too.
So then we get to the picnic scene.
Oh, Lord, child.
It was a cute little filler scene. Basically, Candace and Chris are having a picnic and he's trying to ease her worries about being a mom. I can definitely relate to Candace on that. I have my apprehensions about being a mom too because of the stuff I saw and experienced when I was growing up too. It just makes you a little bit nervous because you don't want to repeat those same,
cycle.
Exactly. You kind of want things to be different and better. And she probably feels a lot of pressure. She probably wants to be like a perfect mom, but it's like, you can't always, there's no such thing as a perfect mom.
Oh, no.
And well, I was going to say she could kind of just learn from the fact that clearly Candace hasn't really learned too much by her terrible therapist of a mom.
Ooh, sure.
So I don't know, though. I kind of see why she would feel apprehension because it seems like Candace is still trying to grow up a little bit.
And she needs to find herself too, especially before she have a baby. Because she's too much about her.
I agree.
And when you have kids, you got to be, willing to give up yourself. And, to be that parent for that child, Right. You give up a lot. So, she's not there yet. She's still worried about what she can get and, the fine things. And they still trying to get themselves together. So I think she could wait a couple years and then they can have a kid.
I think so too, but he definitely seems like he's ready. But I mean, you have to wait till she's ready. She's the one that has to carry a baby and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, child. I'm nervous for her, but I feel like she can kind of take her experiences and learn from them, and like you said, not repeat that cycle and make things a little bit better for her kids and her family.
Yeah.
Then they kind of talk about the Monique drama, and she says that she talks about her and Ashley making up, and then she says that she's going to talk to Giselle at Karen's party, but she doesn't feel like that's the right place to talk to Monique because their stuff is so much deeper, which I agree with.
Yeah, I agree too.
Then we have Karen picking up decorations for her party with Matt. She says that she hopes that this party is going to bring her closer with Ray, which I'm like, I'm not sure how that's going to...
I don't know, because everything was all down to the decoration. Letter K, ain't have an R, nothing. H for Hugo, nothing. It was all K, 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 all through the party.
No R's anywhere.
Ray was just in the back drinking.
Ray said, "This ain't even my party."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He just got
dressed up.
His house, he wouldn't be there, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he just got dressed up.
Okay. Which I'm sure she dressed him.
Oh, she did. She said, no, honey, we're going to coordinate tonight.
Okay. Oh my God. I can't. Oh, we got to get on her outfit. Then we get another scene with Cal. I'm actually I like Cal. He is so messy and petty.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all don't remember Cal, he was in season 1 with Giselle when they were ripping and running through Sharice's house, acting a fool. And he was like, "Oh, let me do your hair. Let me do your hair."
Yes.
Very petty. Did Giselle bust out this dusty wig?
That wig was dead. It was dead. It looked like a possum, like upside down. It was just and she said, "You gonna do something with it?" He was looking at her like, "What you think I'm gonna do with that?"
That wig was
honey, oh my God. I didn't even think he could bring that wig to life.
Is that the same wig she wore to the party?
It can't be. If he did that, he is the wig master, I tell you, because, honey, that wig was upside down. And while they was talking, he was sitting there skimming through with that little comb. And he was saying like, honey, this ain't it, boo-boo. She said, no, it is. Now, if that's that same wig, I'm about to call him and have him come over here because, child, I was ready to call the priest for that wig, child. I was like...
That wig needed a lifeline. It needed those things that they put on people's chest.
Yes.
At the hospital. They are having an emotional conversation about the whole Jamal situation. Cal is letting Giselle know, like, helping her understand why her kids are so hesitant about the situation. He's giving the sweetest advice, and he is combing that dead wig. He's steady combing the wig.
He's
and
like,
you kids can't do that. They got to understand. I'm like, why is he brushing the wig like that?
Because in his head, he like, no, she got to understand this ain't it, baby.
This ain't the wig for you. And then he basically just said, they have a lot to make up for because it was 12 years that they weren't together. So they have to, like he said, you have to start with love and try to teach your kids that. And just know, like, okay, she seems to kind of be understanding a little bit after the situation with Cal.
Yeah, I like what he was saying to her because it was true.
Yeah, he was speaking real truth and kind of seems like he was actually getting through to her. So then we make it to the night of Karen and Ray's party.
Ooh, child.
So Giselle walks in, and I'm telling you, this can't be the same wig because this wig was a mess too. Well, maybe it was the same wig. Her wig was so clockable. The bump, I could see the hairline right here. It wasn't like, how all the wig bays know how to do the stuff. I was like, the hump was high. It wasn't laid flat. I was like, Giselle, please don't put this on Cal. And now we got here thinking that Cal did that wig. She looked a mess at that party. And I did
like a speed bump. So maybe it was that bad wig. It had to be maybe because I'm telling you, I was like, she had that sparkly dress with that. I was like, what is wrong with your hair?
I didn't like her hair. I didn't like her outfit. I was just like, I'm shocked. I feel like she should be able to get the wig game under control. I talked about this when I did my Beverly Hills recap. Garcelle Bouvet, her wigs look a mess. It's like, come on, y'all.
And she has a good grain of hair because when they were showing her hair, she could have got some extensions or something. She might as well just got some extensions and it's like blended in with her hair.
Or do like Ashley did and get a silk press, which was frizzing up by the end of the night, by the way.
Yeah, it was. But at least hers look way better than Giselle, child.
Yes, Coco says she seriously needs a stylist and Jamal needs one too. I agree. They both need a stylist. For some reason, Giselle like cannot dress.
And then Jamal with
Like
that, he had a turtleneck with that suit on the other day, didn't he? I was like, what is he going? Who is he?
You know it's hot on that boat. Why are you wearing it on the boat?
He's the best.
They have clothing, they have styling issues. Giselle's very hit or miss with her outfits. So everybody's arriving to the party. Giselle is asking Ray why he wasn't on the invitation or why he wasn't part of it. He's like, well, it's my last name. I was like, he just up here laughing and lying.
He just drinking, Joe.
Exactly. Giselle or Karen says, oh, I see why Giselle doesn't bring Jamal around. She doesn't want to make excuses for his past. I don't think that's the truth. The man lives in Atlanta. Like, what y'all want him to do? Come all the way out?
He got his own life, you know.
Yeah. I see why he's not. He comes when he can. I mean, I don't expect him to come all the way from Atlanta just to make Karen's party. Why would he do that?
Yeah.
He out there scamming people for church money. He trying to get a tithes and offering.
He ain't got time for that.
So Wendy arrives with her husband. Candace arrives alone. Ashley's alone. Michael's taking care of the baby.
Yeah.
Monique shows up with Chris. I did not like Monique's outfit. It was like this all nude color jumpsuit, and I feel like it wasn't flattering for her body. She has such a nice body.
Yeah, she does.
I don't like the way that jumpsuit looked on her. It was tragic. Ashley looked really good. She said she wore a dress that she wore before she had the baby. She looked really good.
Yeah. A snapback. Yeah.
Okay. She's looking really nice.
Can we talk about Robin showing up with them 3 boxes of pizza? Like, what did she thought was going to feed? Who was going to eat them 3 boxes of pizza?
She's trying to be funny because remember was it last season or the season before when they showed up to her house to Great Falls? Karen's Great Falls.
Yeah, to see if she was there. Yeah. I was like, that is so many seasons back. I was like, goodbye. And then you come in eating a slice of pizza.
And you're late as hell.
And I was like, goodbye, Robin. That is so old.
Like, she is so boring to me. She just cannot get it right. I cannot with Robin. Y'all. I'm so sorry. I will never. I'm not going to like Robin until she really gives us something. Give us a storyline. Give us some family drama. She at least had, when we first started finding out about her and Juan, that was some good tea when they first started. But now it's like, okay, we're tired of you and Juan, the same played out storyline. You're bringing up, like you said, the pizza stuff from 2 years ago. Like, come on, Robin.
They taking about 20 years to get remarried again. I'm like, goodbye.
He does not want to marry her.
No.
He doesn't want to marry her.
He just want to stay on the show, get some more money.
Exactly. So when Wendy comes in with her husband, they approach Giselle and I think Ashley. And it seems like Wendy and Karen don't really talk to each other. Karen makes a comment, but Wendy's like kind of trying to ignore her or something. And then Karen kind of leaves and goes back to the party.
She's like, let me go find Ray. I ain't got time for this lady.
Okay. It doesn't really seem like they, something is really going on with them. I just really want to get down to the bottom of it. Like, what is going on?
I can't wait to find out.
So then this was before Candace arrives. Giselle is telling Ashley about the whole monster comment, spilling the tea to Ashley. Ashley tells her that Candace apologized. Candace and Monique, when Monique comes in, her and Candace do this phony hug.
Yes.
Monique's like,
she was like, I see you. She
was like, I don't trust Candace. I wouldn't trust Candace either. I wouldn't trust any of them, honestly.
They're always Monique. I wouldn't even hug. I'd be like, okay, hey girl, yeah.
I'm surprised they hugged.
I need to talk to you, but not today.
Exactly. But they're doing the little phony niceties or whatever. Everybody is peeping, like you said, everything got the K all over. Everybody's like, this is Karen's party. They don't see no trace of Ray, as far as the party decorations go. Then, oh my gosh. Then Giselle and Candace kind of go off to the side to have a conversation, and Candace apologizes to Giselle. But that's when she did that about the monster comment. She's like, if you felt that way, if you felt hurt, then I apologize. It's like, stop apologizing like that.
Yeah.
Giselle was like, you're just trying to be mean. Or Candace was like, I felt like what you were saying was mean. And Candace was like, have you not been mean? And then they do the flashback and showing, Giselle being mean, which is true. Very true. Candace claimed she didn't want to be malicious, but it's like, you're calling her a monster. Of course, a very malicious comment. Like,
and what did she expect her to react? Did she think she was just gonna let it roll over?
exactly. Like, how do you think she's gonna take that comment? And then so Giselle, they pretty much leave it at Giselle was like, okay, well, we'll just be like surface level friends. I'm not gonna be your real friend. We'll just keep it very surface. And Candace was like, okay, like we've been doing. Period.
Yeah. She always gotta have the last word.
She does. She really does.
Mm-hmm.
Then we cut to all the women are kind of sitting around, and Ashley's talking about how they have a younger woman that comes in and watches the baby while they're gone. And then they get on to the nanny conversation. I think it is Wendy and Giselle saying that they would have an old nanny, like an old unattractive nanny. Don't they know that doesn't work? Do y'all remember Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Ooh, child. Yeah, that hidden baby.
That lady wasn't cute. I mean, listen, no shade. That lady wasn't a supermodel.
She wasn't, but she must have had that wop. Okay.
She has something going on. So that's the thing. I feel like, listen, the nanny can be attractive, unattractive. If a man is going to cheat, he's going to cheat. So, like,
exactly.
Who cares what the nanny is? He's ready to cheat, on cheat. Who cares? Karen's kind of, talks up again. I like how Karen is opening up a lot more. And now even in front of the group, she's saying, now that our kids are out of the house, me and Ray are kind of drifting apart. And that's when she makes the comment about drifted apart and the kids are gone. And now Ray wants to leave and go to Florida. But this is what Karen is not saying, because she can't. I mean, she can, but she's not saying this. She doesn't want to leave because then she'll be off the show. She doesn't want to go to Florida. Ray is trying to get up out of here, and I don't think that Ray likes the attention that she's getting.
Yeah. And that's what it is. He ready for bed, and she ready to live her life. Because
Karen is living it up. I don't know if y'all follow Karen on Instagram, but I hope you do. It is a fun time. She's having a moment. Ashley says that things with her and Michael are different now, too, because of the baby.
Yeah.
I feel like, I said this in my last podcast, but it seems to me like Michael is acting this season. He's trying to be like good dad, good husband. When y'all know he's out here bebopping and scatting, which we see in the preview for the next episode.
Chad and Michael.
With him. Listen, like I said, I think Michael likes everybody. He likes men, he likes women. He just wants to be with everyone.
A puppy, whatever. He's just a mess, child. he a mess. And then he got that smirk smile face that's kind of creepy. I'm like,
he looked like a liar.
I'm like, sit down, Skeletor. Go sit down somewhere, please. Please.
They definitely have an agreement. I feel like I'm going to give them 2 years. I'm going to say they'll probably be together for season 6 and maybe season 7. But after that, Ashley done got secured the baby.
Yeah, she tried to have another one. She talked about they want to have another one. I'm like, child, please.
She's securing the bag. I think Ashley is a lot smarter than we give her credit for. She met this man with all this money, and remember, they renewed their prenup after they
Yeah, they did.
Have to stick it out for like another 3 years, which I think that's what they signed. It was like after 3 years, she gets a certain amount of money. But if they divorce before 3 years, then she gets a different set of money. So I feel like she's having the babies. She's waiting the 3 years. And I give them, I'm going to say to be safe, season 7, but it might even be before that, because the way he is acting, he has no respect for her. I'm sure they had an agreement where it's like, don't embarrass me out here in these streets. I know you like to dip and dab, but don't embarrass me. And he is sloppy and he keeps getting caught. That's the problem.
It's that liquor. He be drinking and he just be all over, child.
Sipping on them Coronas. So then we see the Calvin, the same DJ that was at Candace's party. He introduces Karen and she steps out in this pink suit.
Shit.
The pink suit, she couldn't even get the suit tailored. The suit is too big. She's having a Beyonce moment.
She was. She can't even get that stand right. She came out. I was like, child, she was stepping out like Pink Panther instead of Beyonce, okay? I said, who is this?
Yeah. Karen, who was that in all that pink? Karen looked a mess. And everybody was like, well, where's Ray? He in the back watching the drama.
He in the back. And did you see the scene when he was walking up the stairs? The party wasn't even over yet. He just had his little drink in his hand and going to bed. Ray like, I need to go take my pill and go to bed.
He's like, what time is it? It's 10:30. I got to go to bed. I'm up too late.
He tried to do that little shuffle dance. Well, I say he had a breath already. He's like, I got to go.
Here's the thing. It looked like Karen rehearsed that dance. And I'm like, this ain't it, baby. You missed the steps. You need to redo the dance. This ain't it. Start over. He's over. He's had a drink in hand. He going to bed.
He said, I got my nightcap. I'm gone.
Absolutely. So then we get the preview for the next episode, and it shows them they're all staying at Monique's lake house, which looks really nice.
Yeah, it looks nice.
We see T'Challa attacking Wendy.
Oh, I was laughing. I was laughing. She was like, "Ooh!" I said, "Wendy."
I'll be trying to fight.
She said, "Please don't go." She just like, "Don't touch my hair. Don't go in my hair, boo boo."
I don't like fluttery. Like I'll be trying to. No, ma'am. Get this bird. Why is the bird here on the vacation with you? Well, first of all, Chris don't have time. Chris, I'm telling you, he has zero interaction with that bird. I can tell. That's her bird.
That's probably what he said. He's like, "Oh, I got the kids. I ain't staying with T'Challa, okay? T'Challa gotta go."
So then we also see Wendy and Ashley get into it. Ashley seemed to have made a comment to Wendy about not having female friends, and Wendy kind of goes at Ashley, which I cannot wait to see that.
Oh, but did you see the scene before that when you were in the kitchen and she was like, "Oh, your baby's here," and she was like, "Yeah, because her husband had to work or whatever." And she's like, "Yeah, but my baby's not here," and they were going back and Ashley brought the baby, child. Ashley brought the. Oh, you didn't say that. Oh, girl, you gotta go on the Bravo T-com. You gotta go on that com to get the extra scoop. Just go to BravoTV.com. That's why I be getting the extra. They show the extra preview. And child, they went in the kitchen, and she was like, "Well, actually, my daughter was premature. She came early, and I made it, breast milked her and everything. Made sure everything was prepared for her to stay home. Why can't you do the same?" They were going back and forth, and they were trying to say, "Well, Ashley's her first time mom." She said, "But I'm a mom too." They was like, "No, but you got 3 kids." And girl, they were going at it, child. That's where the drama started, child.
Okay, I gotta go watch because you have the insight. All right, Bravo.com. I got it because I'm like, I never even saw that in the little preview.
Yeah, you're gonna see it.
You have extra scoop. Period. Then we see Candace getting the news about Michael hanging out with strippers. And screenshots and etc. And she's spilling the tea to Giselle, and that is where the episode ends.
Yes.
I feel like, okay, y'all. So overall, I feel like this episode was just a filler episode. I really do. There wasn't too much real stuff. I feel like this could have been condensed into a 30-minute episode, honestly.
Yeah. I think this episode was just like throw in between the drama that's gonna keep coming. To the build.
I feel like next episode is going to be really, really good. So first of all, I want to thank you so much for being my guest. I knew I had to have you.
Thank you for inviting me.
You always have all the tea. We were talking about this last time. You were just giving all these lunch. I'm like, wait a minute. How do you know this, that, and the other? I hope y'all enjoyed this recap. She was a great guest.
Thank you guys.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. And this has been an episode of Now We Said It. And I will see y'all next week. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Have a good night.
But now we said it.